So welcome everyone to Marketing 101 Brand Storytelling, a GRWE event to help you get started with your brand story. Today we are GRWE, Get Ready with Entrepreneurs. If this is the first session, welcome everyone. Get Ready with Entrepreneurs. We're a like-minded group of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial-minded people. So even if you're in an organization and you're entrepreneurial-minded, we say welcome. And we are interested in building our brands through networking and sharing of ideas and best practices. As much as we focus on topics of marketing, our goal is to take a holistic approach to building a sustainable business to support our people, planet, and profits. If you want to learn more about us and sign up to our newsletter, acornstudio.marketing/GRWE is where you can find us. And as well, don't forget to learn more and sign up. You can use that QR code. There's also a Facebook page. And then we'll make sure we give you the link at the end as well. So this is a project, GRWE, a project under Acorn Studio Marketing, and we are a boutique marketing firm that helps entrepreneurs build their brand and business in a digital first economy. We really do focus on working collaboratively with our clients to help them build their brand and their business. And it comes to planning, marketing, branding, strategy, and all that good stuff. If you want to learn more about us and connect, please do visit us with that QR code or check us out at acornstudio.marketing. A little bit about me. I'm the fractional CMO there and a business consultant, and I've been doing this for 25 plus years. Please do connect with me and start a conversation. I'm on LinkedIn. It's the best place to get a hold of me at Laura L. Dunkley, or reach out to me via email and we will connect. So let's get started. Marketing 101, brand storytelling. If you haven't had a chance to download our guide, it's the guide to brand storytelling, please do. There's a QR code there. acornstudio.marketing/digital downloads is where you can find all of our downloads, and it has a whole bunch of resources. It has a guide on how to go through all the various steps, including the beginning step, which we're going to talk about today, which is how to develop your founder's story. And it has a Miro board where you can start to work things out. It has printable templates. Check it out. It currently has a price attached to it. All those who are on our live session, you will also have a link directly there because we are going to get into it afterwards. So check it out and follow along. Today's all about the founder's story, where it all begins. So just to give you an idea, as many of you know, I started my first business when I was 20, and I was the founder. I grew the business. A whole bunch of people were involved, sold it, and moved on. And now it's about helping other entrepreneurs find their dream business, develop that business, and to successfully be able to be great as an entrepreneur, but also build their brand. So now what I want to mention is we currently have Acorn Studio Marketing. As you know, it's a small digital marketing firm, and I am the co-founder with Emily. But today's session's all about who you are as a founder. Even if you have multiple people on board, it's about going inside and learning about who we are as a founder, because your brand sets apart from who you are as a business. And you are setting the foundation. So remember that as we start to talk about brand storytelling. Today's session's about you as the founder. And then as we go more into the brand strategy and brand storytelling, it's going to be about your brand. So it's really important to remember that they are separate. You and your brand, even though you may share values and there's a reason that you started it, just remember when we start to do storytelling that it is separate. So the founder's story is where it all begins. Before your business even started, before that, you had an idea. And with that comes a story. You are the observer of a problem in society, and quite often you have a connection to that problem. That's why we start the businesses we do, right? You're motivated to help and come up with a solution which turns into an idea for a business. So the founder story is really important, as I mentioned, when starting a new brand story, because it establishes the problem helps you understand the solution and why you're even starting the business in the first place. If you haven't had a chance, we also have um, resources on the Entrepreneur Vision Board, which we can for sure add to the comments and let you know too, and it helps you work that out. But today it's about the story. So we are calling this the origin story, your OG story. And what that is basically it's the prologue, right? It's the beginning of the story for your brand story. And it's always, as you know, a prologue is the beginning of the story, and it sets the stage. It establishes the context and gives background details to your story. The goal of the prologue is to capture the audience's attention and sympathy and gives insight to what the audience can anticipate in the upcoming chapters. It'll establish style, theme, and players. So your story is the prologue. The owner or founder of a business is typically the character telling this story as it establishes the original reason for the existence of the brand. However, the prologue can be told from another actor's perspective and can be just as powerful. It can build on the founder's story, it can build credibility for the brand, and help relate to various audiences. And to pause here, remember that you are the founder, it is your story, and right now it's probably you telling your story. As you tell your story and as you grow your business, that clarity, that it is really important for you to establish that, because people will start to come on board. We're going to show you some examples, but the more clear you are about who you are, why the business you started the business, why the business, setting the stage to the business's story, the brand story will help all those people, those key stakeholders in your organization, to be able to able to tell your story. They'll have the confidence to tell the story, but they'll also know what to say, and it'll help with accuracy and authenticity. So, as I mentioned, in addition to the founder story, others who are involved in the business can provide a different perspective. By providing their own story, it helps to build credibility for the brand, offering an additional context to the brand, and helps it to connect with the different audiences. So there's two parts here. It's them telling your story, but it's them also now telling your story, the founder, being able to do that with clarity, but also realizing that they have a story within your story and is why they decided to align themselves with your story, and it just builds on that. So just to show you, for example, say you're a new owner, you didn't start the business. By understanding why that person started the business, it aligns with them, it helps to build an emotion, it inspires them, and now they're going to be able to say, okay, what a great business. This is now why I am purchasing the business. Why do I want to continue and move this brand forward? Not only is now you're be able to align with these people and continue to tell the story, it also brings value to your business. Because now, if you find the right people, they potentially will want to purchase your business. They will be able to understand the why, and they see the inspiration, and they will continue forward. So knowing your story, telling your story will help potentially a new owner be able to align with you. And also employees and volunteers. So they're going to go, oh my goodness, I'm so inspired. I want to be a part of this. Why do they enjoy being a part of this company or organization? Now you're going to give them language. They're going to be able to align with it. They're now going to be able to tell their story, why they're contributing to it, and how do they see their particular brand, and how do they see the organization's brand. It all starts to show authenticity and credibility as the story continues. What about influencers and brand ambassadors? How do they relate to your brand? How has the solution helped them as brand ambassadors? Why do they choose to endorse this brand rather than others? So helping them understand your why, will help you tell your story, your brand story. Now helps you find really strong influencers that will align with you, and to now be able to tell their story. It just continues. So those are founders' stories going way out, right? Starts with you, you build your brand, and now people are coming on board. So what we want to do is actually now start to tell our story. So what is our founder story? What are those guiding questions that we need to ask to be able to establish a story? So we're going to get into that. If you haven't had a chance yet, this is a freebie. No extra download, anything, just QR code it, and it's a template for you to start working this out. So first we need to know who you are. Like, it's your name. It's where do you come from? What's your history? Um, and it's just basic facts, nothing too emotional about this one. And then start to get into your expertise and passion. Okay, passion starts to get into emotion. Expertise is, many of you have heard me say, get your superpower, right? Like, what is that superpower or those things that you do really well? And what are you absolutely passionate about? What are your values? Where do you want to go with this? So passions, document that, write it down. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. Jot it down into the table, however you want to do it. Now, why this problem? So you want to start this business, but why this business? Is it because of a passion? Is it because you relate to that problem? Do you have just clarity, or somebody in your family or friends or someone you know, or it's so big that you really want to be a part of it? So why this? Make sure you know the why. What's your connection to the challenge and the people that this problem affects? The why is going to get you through a lot. As you know, entrepreneurships like this, right? Lots of dips, lots of challenges, and understanding your why will help you show up and be authentic and effective. So understanding the why. Now, what's the solution? How did you come up with the solution, and why is it important to you? Again, maybe you're an engineer, maybe you've just seen it, or you've overcome certain challenges that now you want to actually help somebody with. So remember to write that down. What's the solution? How did you come up with it, and why it's important to you? Next, who do you believe will benefit most from the solution? This is the beginning of your ideal client. And it's a start, and it's just coming from you, the person, you perspective. So it's the starting point of why you're going to start this business, and how do you think they will benefit from this, and how will they feel? So that's when we get into empathy mapping, and this is your perspective. Maybe you've done some research yourself, but you really haven't gone into that research yet for the brand. Again, it's your story, and how you feel can be very anecdotal, just passionate, and it's about you. So then we need to know what your ideal vision is for this solution. Where do you see it growing? 1, 5, 20 plus years. Write it down. Like right now, Acorn Studio Marketing, for example, we're a boutique little company that helps entrepreneurs start their business. We really want to focus on startups, but 20 years from now, we do a lot of education. Maybe we want to take that education piece. Maybe in 20 years, we see focusing more on scale ups because the startups have been established. And maybe we envision it's just a small team. Maybe we envision a large team in 20 plus years. This is my ideal. This is my vision. Make sure you write down your vision. So, what is your mission? How do you plan to achieve this mission? What is your role in all of this? What do you want to do? How do you plan to participate in this story? Much of what we just said is like, well, I do that for my brand storytelling, right? Like, this is my brand. How do I separate the two? This is the beginning. This is the start. Where did you start? What's your founder story? Just remember, it's all about your perspective and what is your mission. And that's why we can get into, how do I plan to participate in this story? Do you want to always be the CEO? Do you want to run it? Do you eventually go, no, it's my idea. I'm going to hire a team so that I can go down into the trenches because I want to be part of the people. There's a lot of founders that are out there that realize once they're a founder to CEO, it's very different, right? It's more into a management. Maybe they're the ID and the inspiring. So they're going, nope, I'm going to hire a leadership team and I'm going to go down in the front. Or maybe you do. Maybe that's the whole idea. You want to be the leader of your business. So write down how you plan to participate and what are those other key players that will be part of your story. Now, remember that this is you, this is your notes. This might not be something that you're going to share all the time. You will probably craft different stories to tell at different times, whether it's in a marketing position, maybe it's PR, maybe it's onboarding employees. These are just the facts that you're putting together. What are some of the challenges you think you will face and how you will overcome them? Ooh, that's kind of like that personal SWOT, right? What are those challenges that I'm going to have trouble with? Maybe you like to always be in control, and maybe you're afraid that you're not going to be able to communicate your brand or others will be able to do it effectively. Maybe finances aren't your big thing, and you're going to go, wow, I'm going to struggle as I grow. And this is for yours. This is not probably a piece that you would put into a story, but it might be. Maybe you've come from a challenging background and you are bootstrapping this business, right? And you're going to go, okay, I'm worried about getting money, right? This is how this all has to happen, but you will overcome it. As you overcome it, talk about an inspiring story for other entrepreneurs. I'm sure you've read many stories on that. So by documenting these challenges at the beginning, you'll be able to go back. It's almost like journaling, right? As this business takes shape, it will have a life of its own. How do you want to be remembered? What is your style, your words, your visuals, your tones? It might not be exactly like your brand, like your business, but this is you. This is authentically you. And as you grow your business, you get really busy. Remember who you are, why you started it, and your style. If you're serious, if you're inspiring, take moments. You'll probably want to come back and revisit this, but remember how you want to be remembered. And this is something that I do recommend that you write down. So all of those are ideas. Put them down. It's the beginning of the story. And then you will start to craft those messages, those things, and you'll be able to use this moving forward. So that's it. That is your brand story. We're going to jump off now and start to brainstorm with our group and see how we're going. If you're watching the recording, please do drop some notes in the comments and let us know how you're making out. And also, please do reach out to Emily and myself if you have any questions or you want to have more, explore more about the brand storytelling. And please do join our Facebook group. There's the QR code.